This is part 2 of bullying and harassment. So as in my prior video, part 1, if you haven't watched it, I've been discussing my walk with Christ after being born again and the demons that manifested in other people, people that are both secular and people that identify as Christian, harassing violently, trying to invoke violence, trying to invoke a response out of me, whether it be verbal, trying to get into a fight with me, trying to make it very uncomfortable for me to walk my dog or for me to show up somewhere randomly without them showing up too. But in this case, I'm going to discuss the neighborhood. In the last video, I discussed a man that was vilely threatening me for years, even through the loss of my family. Well, this man must have, it's seeming, they orchestrate, they get the flying monkeys out and they get other people. So I had another man block my car into a driveway. I had an elderly man I was helping as he was transitioning into a nursing home, and he would block this driveway, and I knocked on his door one day, and then the next day he did it again. And I knocked on the door, and this time he exploded on me, effing this and effing that, and I was a lazy piece of this and that. And you know, I've been in trauma for years. I've been working with a volunteer crisis line because I really don't have anyone around me. So I call this volunteer crisis line. I've processed a lot of PTSD trauma and grief, like hysterically, like a crying child in the past recent year, from delayed grief and caregiver burnout and the hysteria of the lockdown. And I'm just figuring out what they're doing. He was trying to get me on his doorbell camera to fight with him and freak out. He was purposely blocking my car in. And then he was ganging up with other neighbors who pretended to be my friend. And this was all happening in the worst year of my life. And I didn't react to any of it. I mean, I had an initial reaction, but then I let go of it. And though I didn't understand what was going on, I was let out of it. I was let out of it into isolation that I didn't like or naturally go into on my own. And after a year of this, I realized that people had to be removed. And that I had to walk more alone and dependent on him than ever before. And I learned never to engage with these people or the man on the prior video, and never ever give him a reaction except my testimony in Jesus Christ. So if you're being harassed and bullied, you know, they'll try to get you on camera.